Look at YouTube.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to Patreon.
Everybody, how y'all doing today?
I am alive.
That's
Same.
good. That is good. It's been a
Fighting
crazy.
allergies.
Are you fighting allergies? Oh yeah. It's fall where you at for real. I'm still
It was
having
50-something last week. It was 80-something yesterday. I don't understand.
That's Michigan winters, man. I mean Michigan falls, man.
Man, we'll say the W word around here yet.
I'm in
I ain't
Florida,
ready.
so we are good all day, every day.
And I'm having a 90-degree day in Texas.
I gotta move. It's time to go.
All
Gotta
right.
get out of here.
So we are here today to discuss wrestling and everything that is going on with the wrestling world.
This is episode 4.
Yes.
Ray Bloomers presents the 3 not so wise men talking wrestling.
That was kind of scary. No. All right. But yeah, we are here and we had a pay-per-view. I think that's where we should start off. Let's get that out the way. Literally. Okay. We had a pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, which was really not that extreme. It was like
one match.
Right. One match that was a no DQ, and that was a triple threat.
So do you want me to explain why I think that they only had one match?
Yeah.
All right. So usually with Extreme Rules, they have more than one match be Extreme Rules. And that's the same reason why, like during TLC, they usually have all the gimmick matches. But the more you use it, the more it stops getting this prestige. So it's good to have just one match, or like the main event for the title. That'd be the Extreme Rules match, the only one on the show. So it brings like prestige back to that name. So that's why, in my eyes, I think that they did only one. Plus, with time constraints, they probably just like, yeah, we don't have time to be doing all this stuff. Let's just give it to them. Plus, there was no big rivalry or storyline that deserved to have the Extreme Rules moniker, honestly. So that's what I think.
And see, okay. And I kind of agree. I kind of agree with that because I haven't been watching WWE like that for the Extreme Rules. So as a newcomer coming back, I would have loved to see that because that made sense to me. But there's like, all right, if you're gonna put Alexa Bliss in there, I think that her should have been some type of extreme. It should have been a no DQ. It should have been something against Charlotte Flair because she's one of those characters. She's a dark character. She's her playhouse. If they was gonna put that up, they should have at least made it like, okay, this don't have to be the Extreme Rules, but let's gimmick this up. Let's kayfabe this up. Let this be a playground match. And they're fighting in the ring and they take it back to a secret door that goes into a playroom. And that could be all of 5 minutes and Charlotte still win. And I would have been like, okay, I get that. And then, but everything else I can understand. I can kind of understand. I would have said at least let it be no disqualification on every match.
Like if they did Alexa type of playroom, oh boy, people would be shitting on that so badly.
I mean, they would, but you can't. I mean, because they gonna shit on the fact that there ain't no Extreme Rules on Extreme Rules. That's all I heard all Monday and Tuesday. Like even on the 3 Not So Wise Men Twitter, you can follow us there. I was up in the and what was that, the little group chats that they got up there, and there's a bunch of independent wrestlers and fans getting in there, and they was just talk about they even named it the Extremely Passive Rules. Yeah, so
that's just because not many people think like on the business side. They are constantly thinking on the consumer side and what the consumer would want. Yes, obviously you're gonna want to go with what the consumer would want, but that's why they honestly, I think they should take Money in the Bank, stop making that a pay-per-view, and put that back on WrestleMania. That made Money in the Bank mean something.
Yeah.
Why they like Survivor Series only happens once, and they got rid of bragging rights because
it's the same thing.
It's the Survivor Series, yeah.
So that's my thought process on it, and you gotta sometimes think a little bit inside the box, I should say, not outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that, but I think I'll call it Extreme Rules. It should be more than one match. I mean, like the triple threat match for the United States Championship could have easily been like a ladder match or something. You got Jeff Hardy in there. Make it a ladder match.
But that is something that they would wait for like TLC.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I would say this.
They would say they all gonna be on the same brand.
Yeah, I think that is actually about to come into fruition. But I'll say this though. How about as a pay-per-view, you normally get Extreme Rules and some of these other pay-per-views, like what was the name of that other one? I can't think about it. But anyway, you get one like Extreme Rules, switch that out. Like some of these big pay-per-views that people getting tired of, like the what's the chamber one?
Elimination Chamber, yeah.
Yeah, like they can.
Another one where it's like, yo, why did you guys make that a pay-per-view? I should have just kept that just like a big sometime event and not always have. I wish they would bring Halloween Havoc though.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, instead of doing Extreme Rules this year, it would have been Halloween Havoc. Y'all would have just moved up later in your time slot, and that would have made it kind of awesome. And then next year, instead of doing instead of doing Halloween Havoc, you do Vengeance. Build up a whole. I mean, it can be, a lot of them can actually be cycled out, because to me, WWE is literally SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. Like Survivor Series is cool. Yeah, Survivor Series is cool, and we want to make sure, especially if they make SmackDown and Raw United Front and NXT be the outside dog, I can see Survivor Series.
Okay. What they should do with Survivor Series, just keep it strictly Raw and SmackDown, and then for NXT UK.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
NXT War Games.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that'd be amazing.
Like,
that right itself.
We seriously have to stop like looking past NXT UK. Like, NXT UK is still part of NXT. They still need some love. I know Volter's in America, and so is Imperium, and it will Dragunov.
Yeah.
I can't say his name. He went back to the UK, but that just wrote itself. I'm like, why would you bring NXT into the fold when you have NXT UK?
Yeah, then there's like the invasion that would bring to the War Games, which would make War Games and Survivor Series a weekend event.
You could do NXT War Games from both places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, a 3-match card from the CW, whatever the Performance Center is, and then you have another 3 in UK. That way you get double the presence, and then people are like, oh my God, they're doing something that not even words and put them together in sentences. The competition is doing. There we go.
Yeah.
It's just competition.
Yeah, even though I think the Forbidden Door is actually going to start being a pay-per-view event. Like, I think that they're going to do a New Japan, Impact. Somebody is going to invade them, and it's going to be a free-for-all. I will hope.
WWE?
No, AEW. Because I
Oh.
was talking about the competition. But yeah, no, if they smart, they would. But no, the fact that you got I view it like this. WWE is like Apple. The issue is they don't know how to mobilize or make everything accessible. Because if you have all these young stars, you have all of these imported, like, I don't know anybody from NXT UK, but you start bringing them in for me to watch, like on this 2.0, you start bringing them in and they could build up to a War Games, or it can build up to an Invasion, or it can even build up to that weekend for the Survivor Series, and those can be like mid-card matches. That would be like, okay, now I would definitely watch this. I want to see who's the top guy in the UK. But y'all got these superstars, then you got all of these new guys, and then you got all of these imports that can be that's probably is legendary overseas, that are big names overseas in London that can actually invade and bring viewership. So I see them like Apple. They got all of these things in-house and they don't need to do anything else but just refresh and recycle. But they don't know how to use it.
As you can see, people are getting a little sick of Apple, and that's why people have Androids. Because you know what? I never seen an Apple beat Jiren in the power, the tournament of power. Okay, I never saw an iPhone, but I did see an Android.
That is only because that Android was around a hell of a long time before Apple ever came in. But you done seen Apple do a lot of amazing things. Like, we even brought sin to the world. Like, no, okay, I'm gonna stop.
Get him out of here.
I'm gonna stop. But yeah, the whole
a technology podcast.
Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah. All right. But let's actually get to what's important about Extreme Rules, and that is
the only Extreme Rules match.
Yes. We are talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, the most important match was definitely Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, the Demon, by far.
Yes. How did you guys feel about the match?
I am hoping. I don't know. I feel away because I'm hoping that they are attributing that win to God so he could be 2-0 in the pay-per-views. I'm really hoping about that. But no, I'm hoping that there's something small, like the little nuance. I heard that it was meant to happen. That fall was a bump that he had to take. But I'm hoping that the story has a hell of a lot more nuance. It could be bringing in somebody else. I really don't want it to be a Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar type thing, because
it was more the kids. He's come back, and since he can't take his vengeance out on the Undertaker, he's taking his vengeance out on the Demon.
I heard it was John Cena.
Well, I mean, no one could see him, so I mean, I guess.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, I didn't.
They're
see
messing
that.
with the ropes, man. Exactly, man. Cena cost Balor the championship again. Don't forget he signed his contract for SummerSlam. Don't forget Cena.
Yeah.
Cena ain't nothing because we can't.
I heard that there's possibly a chance that they are resurrecting the Fiend, but it's somebody else. It's not Bray. They are going to use that character for somebody else.
I don't see if they can do that.
They're trying to bury somebody right out the gate.
No one would have like his presence, like Ray Wyndham. He understood all those characters just because that was his mindset.
Yeah.
Like, You can't. That's like having T-Bar and Mace do it. Like it's just not going to resonate.
Hold on 1 second. I mean, y'all can keep talking.
It's like
it's not going to resonate because they don't understand the character like Bray did.
right. It's like having The Rock come out if The Undertaker retired early. The Rock come out as The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like 1998 or something like that.
Like, yo, come on, think of something new.
Yeah.
So many awesome people who are down there right now.
Right.
Shout out to Malik. He made his second debut on 205 Live. One of my guys.
I gotta catch up on Survivor.
I
have to find a way to watch that. I don't Hulu.
On my 205 Live on YouTube. I think
okay.
it should be on Hulu though.
Okay.
I'm gonna start watching Raw and SmackDown on Hulu if it's still on there, while I still have Hulu. Because someone said that they're getting rid of it. They were supposed to, but they still haven't. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but no. Just because they can't. Just because it was Bray characters and it was Bray mindset, don't mean WWE ain't gonna try.
Oh, no, definitely not. They kept it with Alexa Bliss, gone for a while now.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's honestly, I think we talked about this last week or a couple weeks ago. How the Undertaker understood to really get himself over is like, yo, I have to go away for a little bit, so it just doesn't get stale. With the WWE running like 52 days out of the week, actually not longer than that, but at least 52 shows out of like a Monday week. People are going to get bored. People are going to get tired of seeing the same people over and over, and then they're sick of seeing the same matches over and over. Yeah, and there's no. We with a dead horse that there's no real stars. Like
right.
But honestly, everybody thinks that Vince McMahon doesn't really want there to be a face of the company, because if there's a face of the company, it's taken away from, I guess, the company. He wants the company to be always bigger than the WWE or than the
superstar.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm spacing out.
Oh no, you good. Another match I do actually want to talk about has actually been Bobby Lashley. Huh?
About the ending. We didn't even talk about the Rumble.
Oh shoot, yeah, we didn't talk about the ending. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just all right. Yeah, we went into a whole who could possibly be. Yeah, but the
match was good up until the lights and Finn looked like he just jumped out of the water like a dead fish or something. I don't know what that was about.
They wanted to. They wanted to make that look like a supernatural, like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
They wanted to get him up and I hear like nah.
I mean, like just fire comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still wondering why they took Finn out of NXT.
I have
he
no
could have
idea.
helped build up a bunch of people, like a bunch of these new people in 2.0. Like, why they moving to SmackDown? They probably just moving back to NXT at this point. Or, off to AEW he goes. Or New Japan. Go back to New Japan.
I feel like he would go back to New Japan. But
yeah.
So like the Good Brothers are based out of New Japan right now. Mm-hmm. But they just can't go there just because of the global bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like, guys, if you can, wear a mask. If you need to, get vaccinated. I'm not telling you should do any of those things. I'm just suggesting that maybe if you have to, you just should go ahead and should. You fucking dicks. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, but that match was cool. I thought it was a good match. I was.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the ending though?
I thought that. I don't know. I thought that it was one of WWE botches, like one of those things where wasn't supposed to happen. Everything was turning good, and then WWE just WWE the whole situation incidentally. Now I know that it's purposely, and now I'm hoping that it has a great outcome. But
I mean, how long did it take you to think that the Big Show and Brock Lesnar actually collapsed the ring?
I thought that was set. I thought that was like one of those stage ones. I'm
Not me. I was like, what the heck?
yeah.
I found out a couple years later. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I
They
was
too big. They too big. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen
no.
eventually.
It was one of those things where I was like, hey, that worked. Good job, WWE. That worked because that looked phenomenal.
But then they did it 2 more times with like Mark Henry in the Big Show and somebody else in the Big Show, and I was like, okay, fix your rings. Fix your rings, WWE.
No, Braun and Mark Henry weighed a lot more than Brock, so that would make sense.
Yeah, for sure.
You know who they should have like break the ring? And it'd be so funny. They need to bring El Torito back. And they need to bring
Hornswoggle.
All right, you said El
Then I
Torito.
believe it.
Yeah.
Then I believe it.
Like,
okay, so we have after Extreme Rules, which was the New Day versus AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley. They had a match on Raw for the WWE title, which brought back one of the greatest things of the pandemic era, which they also destroyed and dismantled and so
for
early.
No reason. For no reason.
And didn't even like close out why they broke up. The Hurt Business. Yeah, hey, thank you.
Or why they even got back together last night. No explanation, no nothing.
No nothing. They just separated and then came back.
Why?
Like I hope. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I feel like they're about to give the tag team titles to the New Day. And New Day versus Business for the tag team titles. I feel like it's going to be great.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's hard for the New Day and or the Usos to have a really bad tag match, no matter who's in it.
Yeah.
But
sure.
How do you feel about how the initial title match went and then how it ended with the cage?
The cage was fine. I like the steel cage. I mean, it was just kind of just sitting up there at the beginning of the show and anyone explained it, but
I mean, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah. But I thought the steel cage match was good. I didn't think they needed the first match, especially with them just bringing out, Cedric and Shelton just out of nowhere. Like, wasn't Bobby Lashley like beating them up a couple months ago?
There's that, and yeah, it didn't make like a lot of sense just because they had just initially got back together. If it was a progression,
the
reason why they had to do the cage is because the New Day and the Hurt Business kept getting involved. That would make a lot more sense.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, they wanted a ratings boost and they wanted to give Cincinnati a steel cage match.
Yeah, and it was a very good match. I mean, better steel cage match than I remember recently. Pretty good. I like Big E. When he intense.
Yeah.
Babyface comeback is always it's always nice to see.
So how did you feel about the first match? Like the match that started with the Hurt Business showing up randomly.
I thought that it was just really like, okay. I was actually in the middle of driving in the beginning of this match because I had to make a food delivery. So I'm listening to it on my Peacock because I pay for the premium. I listen to it on my Peacock, and when I went to the car, started up the car, plugged up my phone, and next thing I know, I'm hearing that it's about to be a match. I'm like, what just happened? And I hear Corey Graves talking about the New Day just ruining everything, and I'm like, I hope they didn't make Big E look soft in this situation, because I'm only going by what Corey Graves is saying. But to see that they jumped into the ring fighting, the Hurt Business and everything, I was like, okay, they had to find a way to make that main event be that main event somehow.
Yeah.
So I was cool with it. It was like, as long as I get a good match, because I did like Bobby Lashley and Big E going in the main event. At not the main event, but the Extreme Rules, their match. I thought that whole thing was amazing. So every time they get into the ring together, I think that it's like, it reminds me of Police Academy 3 when it was Bubba fighting the other big guy, and every time they hit each other, it was like lightning strike. Okay, see, just oh man, I should pull up that clip.
I've never seen any of the Police Academies, so
You're missing out.
I remember the first one.
I've been told I'm missing out on a lot of things, but it's okay. I don't have FOMO.
Yeah, no, we gotta make sure. All right, so we're back. Yeah,
We're back.
all right. So what did we leave off on? We left off on Big E, Hurt Business, New Day. That's what we talking about. Cage match.
I was also in the process of thinking the Hurt Business versus the New Day versus the Bloodline.
That would be awesome.
Series.
That would actually be awesome. Like that would be. I would like that. Yeah, I'm surprised at how much I like Bobby Lashley wrestling, because when he first started out, I did not.
Same.
Oh, dude, Bobby is such a cool dude. He has his own wrestling school out in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
He works with America's Top Team, which, if you've seen anything on Rampage,
yeah, I was about to be like, how did that happen? Like, okay, go ahead, America's Top Team.
Like, yeah, Bobby's a really cool dude. He's a really hard worker. I found out how he kept the headband on his head was he would spray adhesive on his head and just that's how it would stick on.
Okay.
Okay.
See,
that's from what I was told while working.
See, but listening to him talk, I swear I know he's a lot nicer and more upbeat than the monster that they try to portray him to be.
Oh no, he's very, very intimidating.
Thought you say something else.
I thought you was about to be like, he is very, very, very cool.
Like,
you was like
nice or something. Intimidating. I was like, what? Okay.
It's like, if he punches me, he's gonna Omni-Man and punch like straight.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I believe it. I believe it. But yeah, so I'm happy that they kept it on Big E. That I think that's the bottom line on that. Like his swag, his little attitude and everything that he's coming from, just to get, for Drew McIntyre to come back, because I know that we got to talk about that. Drew McIntyre returned, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like this. Let's go."
Well, that's also because now that Bobby Lashley doesn't have the title, he can go for
it.
Yeah.
So there's that. But oh man, there was something I was about to say, but I can't remember it. Keep talking, and hopefully I can remember it. Give me a second.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Lashley can't really say he can get a title shot now because Big E kind of already beat him. Like,
yeah, that's why I
clean.
Think that, I think that's why he's heading to. Well, they could say the interference and everything. Like he could,
he can
whine
still
about it.
Yeah.
But if they keep it as this was a clean match because both of them, both sides interfered, I can see that Bobby being drafted to SmackDown.
Well, they also had to not necessarily write him off or write off the feud because of the Saudi show.
Right.
And with him going on to face Goldberg.
Yeah.
So that's all right, let's get this rematch out of the way. And so then he can focus on Goldberg. After that, they might bring him back for the world title, but that's only if he doesn't get drafted to SmackDown.
Right. I think that played a part in it too.
Oh my God, it'd be so annoying if they draft Bobby to SmackDown and then keep Shelton and Cedric on Raw.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Watch.
No, let's hope that is a little different because there's a couple of teams that I don't want to see separated. There's a couple of people that look good together.
You mean how they, got rid of Heavy Machinery and then, just got rid of Tucker?
Yeah.
The Iconics and did nothing with either one of them and then released.
And then fired both of them. Like, why?
After doing amazing.
I think this draft is actually going to be different. But and that's one of the things that and I didn't want to go to AEW route this quickly as far as talking about them. But the competition, the fact that there is competition, they are forcing Raw, SmackDown, WWE to actually do some things different. They're still not coming completely out of it, but the writing has been better. I've seen a hell of a lot more wrestling matches on. I'm used to seeing 3 hours of talking and gimmicks and everything, and then about 20 minutes of actually good wrestling.
Right.
So that I think I'm attributing the fact that you got the new young hungry blood, and then you got Vince in the spirit of competition again. I think that this actually is exciting.
I don't
about
see him
this
being in the spirit of competition. I see him saying, "Oh, we need big guys. We need big guys throw things. We need big guys." Because look what they did to my dude Keith Lee. Granted, I do like him just going in there being pissed. Like, yo, y'all pissing me off right now. Just
Bear Claw.
Bearcat.
Oh, Bearcat.
Yeah.
I like Bear Claw. It should call him Bear Claw.
Hungry? That's why you want a Bear Claw?
Oh, right. The tree. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Bearcat. Never mind.
But no, see, I actually see Vince McMahon coming back out and being in the public eye again. I see it. His narcissism is going to bring his ass back out.
We are definitely seeing a McMahon on Friday. I don't know which one, but somebody gonna be there.
No, what I'm saying is that he'll probably let Stephanie, come out on during the draft. But I'm saying that because this attention that this wasn't TNA. This AEW is actually making a hell of a lot of noise. And so I picture Vince ooh, this is round 2. It's another company that I gotta beat into submission, even though he didn't really beat into submission. They just kicked themselves in the ass with WCW. There was a lot of but yeah.
There's a lot of WCW biting themselves in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, but history is written by the victor.
That's true.
Exactly.
Who do you think is going to get drafted?
Ooh.
Okay. I don't know. They kept teasing this new team of Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. Corey Graves said something last night about, I hope these two don't get separated in the draft. Why would you do that? Why would you even put that in the universe? Stop it.
Yeah.
Let that family do what they got to do. I actually like them as a tag team.
Keep them together. Keep the Viking Express, even though I think Ivar wasn't there last week. Keep all the tag teams together. Yeah. We need tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
Although I will say, if they're gonna split up a tag team, they should split up AJ and Almost. AJ Styles is too good to be in a tag team. That was evident last night in that match with Matt Riddle. I put everything down to watch that match. I was like, these guys out here killing each other.
Yeah.
AJ just is awesome. And
man, I wish I had my AJ Styles shirt on right now. I couldn't find it.
A big cool daddy Diesel. Like they always give the small guy, the big guy, just to put him over. That's what they're doing
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
No, they're not really with
Oh, all right. I know that I've been doing this every once in a while. Oh shit. I've been doing it every episode. I want to give Corey Graves a round of applause. I hated him when he first started commentating. I swear. You remember in 2019, and I was like, who is this guy? Get the fuck out of here. And the awkward silences when it should be. He is actually turned into a nice heel commentator. Like he reminds me, and I don't mean like he's on the level of, but he reminds me of Jerry the King Lawler. Yeah. Like as far as him making excuses for the bad guy, him trying to put the bad guy over by saying that the faces, they're cheaters, they're this, that, and that. I was like, oh, these last couple of months he's been kind of killing it. So I wanted to give him a round of applause. So
yeah, he definitely got better than when he first was on commentary. So I agree.
Yeah, so
Corey Graves is awesome.
Yeah, because you was talking about the whole AJ style and Matt Riddle, and I remember him even kind of. I think it was him that kind of popped when he saw the seriousness of Matt Riddle. Like Matt Riddle's not even playing right now. Like all of that excitement is out of the door. It was like, oh snap, okay. Now I was bought into it before, but now the commentary is moving me along. If I'm not even, that was one of my big things with them. But yeah, the commentary has been better.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
it's probably the best thing to come out of NXT in a while.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Okay, so
yes,
you guys never did tell me who you thought was getting drafted.
Oh, listen, the roster is entirely too large for me to know, and I'm just now getting invested, so I really don't care. It won't be a chance.
Who you think is going to be shipped off to Raw, going to get shipped off to SmackDown, and one person from NXT who you think is getting shipped out?
Okay. I want Sammy to be on Raw again. I like Sammy. I love Sami Zayn. That boy, Sammy, Dolph, and I like Kevin too. But those three guys have been like Sammy and Dolph has definitely been a couple of my favorites when WWE was unwatchable. So I would like to really see them on Raw, like because I know Fridays kind of be busy for me, so I don't get a chance to see Sammy, even though he's been in this little small beef or whatever with Dominic.
Because they're about to break up the Mysterios.
Yeah, so I want them to go to Raw. I think Alexa. No, wait.
And all of a sudden, Dominic's going to be like, guess what, Dad? Eddie is my puppy.
I thought that as soon as you said Dominic said that was the first thought that was in my head. Like, you're not even my real dad. Yeah. But I wouldn't mind seeing Omos and AJ being split. And I would like to, and AJ could definitely be on SmackDown.
Like he's on SmackDown.
Yeah. So those are
Heyman that's there, and he doesn't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They see almost.
Yeah, almost went SmackDown. Yeah.
Gotta take the tag team title off of them now first.
Okay.
So I don't see them going over there just yet.
Okay.
Tag titles.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, they don't have the tag titles.
No, they don't.
Nah, that's RK Bro.
Okay, bro.
RK Bro has.
I can't see. Never mind. I can't see them breaking them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was probably even for the reason for the loss of the tag titles, because they're probably getting ready to move one of them.
Yeah.
Who do you think from NXT is going to get called up?
Pete Dunne.
That's
Maybe moving to Raw.
uh
I love Pete Dunne.
what about you, Darius?
There's this the pale kid, the extremely pale guy. I think that's Pete Dunne. The extremely pale. Who just got married?
Oh, Dexter Loomis.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, I got a brief interaction with his character, and I was like,
Dexter Loomis
I
is
like
awesome.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
I like him.
Go ahead and move index up.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
I think
they SmackDown.
Move, SmackDown. I think that there should be a stair step between NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, but I know that there's a power struggle between SmackDown and Raw. But with NXT coming up on, I think the young guys will get a bigger push, making their characters known on Fridays. So when Monday comes around and they get drafted, they'll be established enough to have some say with creative. Like, but yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I'm not as well versed with the NXT roster, even though we're supposed to be watching today.
It's on right now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's on tonight's show.
The women are going to be performing today. Like, it's women heavy today, and I was kind of excited about it. I mean, they literally was pushing that. The women's the commercials. I was like, I want to see who's the next ones, because
okay, here we go.
Let's see.
We got Raquel Gonzalez versus what's her name? Frankie Monet for the NXT Women's title.
Okay.
Oh, and Women's Tag Team Championships. Io Shirai, Zoe Stark versus Gigi Dolan, and why can't I remember her name? I can't remember her name. Maybe it was right here. Let's try. Oh, the chicks with Mandy Rose. There we go.
Oh wow.
Oh, who's this? My boy Roger Strong. Oh, we got was it Hit Row versus Legado Fantasma?
You know that was
okay. Yeah, NXT is on. I just put it up on my screen and I'm seeing.
What's happening?
I have no idea who the heck these people are. See, I gotta get into NXT. Like, I'm.
Hit Row is
they just did like a full like overhaul. So like almost everybody that you see now is like kind of new.
Okay.
So,
well, like,
I'm still trying to get used to
it. Hit Row versus Evil Fantasmo. Sorry, my Spanish.
Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, and I've been drinking a lot of wine today. Day off. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Who are you? Who do you think is going to be drafted to SmackDown Raw, and who's going to move up from NXT?
I feel like they are going to move a Volter to the main roster.
That man.
Nobody on the roster wants to take his jobs.
Nobody. I
could definitely see Pete Dunne, because Pete Dunne can just work with anybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see them bringing up Dexter Loomis. Women wise, Frankie Monet, even though she still hasn't really wrestled on TV too much.
Yeah.
Moving to SmackDown, I would say would be, even though I want him to still have his match with The Miz, let's just go with
Johnny
my
Monday.
boy, Moist One. Johnny. Moist One. Johnny
Which
Drip
boy?
Strip, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
We
Dripstick.
should move on to SmackDown. From SmackDown, I would say
You think they switched the Intercontinental and US titles? They like to do that sometimes in these drives.
Who has
Oh,
that?
wow.
Oh, yeah, they do that actually. So yeah, I can see Shinsuke going over and then Damien, but they're still they're not really in a program. Sheamus
Sheamus over to SmackDown. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, he just lost his match.
And then whoever I said from SmackDown over to Raw.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting.
Now let's talk about the second pay-per-view that we had over the weekend. We have, well, the only match that I really want to talk about is Brian Danielson versus Kenny Omega.
Boy, listen, you had said pay-per-views as if I have missed something. I was about to freak out over here.
Yeah,
like,
I jumped a little bit. I was like, I was supposed to watch something. I forgot.
No, because
but yes. Last week Wednesday was definitely a pay-per-view.
AEW like pay-per-view week.
Yeah,
Super show.
They okay. I love AEW for this because one of the things is that honestly, because these events are so big and it's on network television, it makes it seem like anything could happen. A belt can be handed over to a new person. Like, okay, looking at Raw, I'm not really thinking too many people are going to, not until recently. You know, they get these title matches and it doesn't really change hands all too often.
Yeah.
Or if they change the title, it's like a tag team title or the women's title.
Yeah, the ones that they feel is not as important.
All titles are important.
All titles matter.
All titles matter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but with them doing that, it was like, okay, a belt can be lost. Like Ruby could have won. Like that's a possibility in my mind. So I mean, because you can see a title change on a regular Dynamite. Like this is so this is just all exciting. But we are getting into the Bryan Danielson Kenny Omega match because first of all, I did not know that I needed that match in my life.
Oh, you fella.
And how the hell do you start off with that?
Man, I was a little bit late turning on Dynamite last week. They was already in the ring. I was like, almost missed this nonsense. Like, what is going on? They gonna start off. I swear it's gonna be the main event.
They started off the last Rampage with CM Punk, so they're always like, you know what? Let's get that match that everybody really wants to see
out of the way.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. And let's give them a good show. And then the rest of the show is pretty banging as well.
Yeah, like CM Punk said, I'm glad that I didn't have to come in because how could you top that? But the Super Click versus Jurassic Express and that was an amazing match too. Like, okay, who is it? Who else wrestled? No, let's I'm sorry. I will blabber on. Let's get back to that match.
The wrestling clinic.
The build, the storytelling, the fun. Like it wasn't all right.
It was just a crazy match. Like people were cheering when the bell rang. Like they were standing on their feet.
Yeah.
Applauding. And I was like, you know what? They deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Deserve it.
For sure.
Oh, and I do want to give my man CT a round of applause.
Called it.
He called the draw. And it was definitely necessary.
Yeah, there's no other way to do it.
There couldn't be no disqualification. There couldn't have been nothing that did him justice. It was like the ending of he was getting ready, man.
Yeah.
They was fighting to the time ran out. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you in this. I'm gonna."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the bells ring, the match is over.
Like, nah, you gonna get this submission, boy.
you gonna
get this
feel
lapel lock.
this. Yeah. And then you know what else it did with that? It said that Kenny was probably 5-10 more seconds. 5-10 more seconds longer, he could have possibly lost. So now everybody has that in their head. Like, man.
So now they've already set the seeds for their rematch.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Right now he doesn't even have to go for the title.
No, he doesn't.
I feel like he's going to go for it within before the end of the year. But technically he can go and wrestle some of the younger guys like CM Punk's doing, and then he's like, "Hey, remember me? Mm-hmm. You haven't beat everybody because you still haven't beat me."
Yeah, I think that,
in the world, Kenny Omega.
And now this made the whole Adam Page thing kind of hard because I still want Hangman to win when that time comes. But if Bryan Danielson gets his shot before, I would love to see the belt change hands on him.
Nope. You know what I see Tony Khan doing?
What?
Pulling a Theater Long.
A triple threat match.
Adam Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson versus the AEW heavyweight champion Kenny Omega.
That'd be a good story.
I'm setting that out there and put that into the universe.
Ooh,
and the winner faces The Undertaker.
and that's the thing. That'll be the thing. Like, even if Hangman wins and Hangman pinned Kenny or Hangman pinned Bryan Danielson, they can still put on a match between Kenny and Dan, because it's like, I didn't lose to you. You lost to him. You didn't beat me. Like, even the Don Callis on Twitter when they did the Wrestler of the Week, it was like, what a way to promote failure. He had one job and that was win, and he didn't do it. Like, Kenny didn't either.
Kenny said the same thing. He was like, he didn't beat me. Like, you didn't beat him.
Right. Oh, that was amazing. I love I love how interactive they are on Twitter. Like, I go to, whenever I'm having a bad day, I go to MJF page just for some laughs. But yeah, that match was amazing.
Awesome. Did not feel like 30 minutes at all.
No, it didn't. It didn't feel like 30 minutes.
All right. I'm on Twitter. I'm adding AEW and Tony Khan. I'm like, yo, I'm calling it right now. Or no, I'm probably not gonna put Tony Khan. I'm just gonna put AEW. Like, I'm calling it right now.
Put Tony in it.
Yeah, put him in it. Put TK
in. Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson. Book it. I don't care. Take my IPO. You have it. Just get it.
Yeah. What was another great match from that Wednesday? Like I said, the Super Clique versus Jurassic Express, and that match. Okay, wait. FTR had a match. Am I wrong? Because
It had a match with Sting and Darby Allin.
Yep.
Man, okay.
And
Sting went back to when he was in WCW. Like looking directly like the Crow.
Yeah, nah. Sting did great, but fuck that. I want to say this. FTR, and I think I put this on Twitter up under the 3 Not So Wise, man. I even tagged myself in it, so y'all know who said it, but y'all gonna see this and know who said it. FTR might quite possibly be the best tag team as far as showmen, the storytelling, the fact that they are serious, right? They are serious technical wrestlers. but they have a lot of fucking fun in that ring. Like I see it, and they will take it from a slow build to everything goes to a crescendo, or they can say, all right, we're gonna take all these bumps from these high flyers, and then when this our time, we gonna bah. And so they have been putting on some of the best matches and underappreciated matches I've seen. So I'm glad that FTR had that match with Darby and Sting. But yeah, FTR has been on their shit. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all like I appreciate the hatred that I have for the Young Bucks. Even though with Adam Cole, it's kind of they're even more tolerable now. Like they went from intolerable to kind of tolerable to very tolerable to super click. Like I'm almost there. Like I want them to lose, but I want to be the. You got to get the people what they want, and then and that's another thing. We do definitely got to get into the trio because I'm seeing that story starting to happen. I think the best friends and the Young Bucks are actually the best friends in the Super Click are going to eventually butt heads because.
Okay, so here's who I have right now, which gave me the best friends, which I forgot about them. I had the Super Click of the Young Bucks and Adam Cole. Jurassic Express with Christian. Starks, Hobbs, and Hook from
Team Taz. Yep.
Team Taz.
Sammy Guevara and Pride and Powerful. Which timeout? Where have they been? Like to help out Chris Jericho and
JK.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that, but
okay, they can't do their whole thing. I guess.
Sean Spears and FTR from the Pinnacle. Obviously, Death Triangle. I had the Night Dark Order, but I'm not sure because they're in the precipice of imploding. So I don't know.
Yeah, I got two Dark Order teams.
And then I have a few people from the Nightmare Factory, and then I also have my sleeper one, which would be Mox, Eddie Kingston, and either Homicide, but I've kind of taken Homicide out and put El Fuego in there.
Okay.
Fuego. It's an odd team.
That's what I'm just like, it's kind of the odd team, but I can see them taking El Fuego underneath their wing.
Yeah.
And they need somebody who can actually take the pin.
yeah. They need the fall guy. But
and then I forgot who I would put with Darby Allin, Sting, Malachi Black.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be a nice one. That would actually be a nice one. All right.
Did Malachi turn on Darby at the end and set up a match? Woo.
Yes.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Right now, I see Private Party and Angelico from the Hardy Factory. I see the Best Friends. I see Chris Daniels coming. He came back. He was on Impact. I see SCU making a surprise return.
With Punk.
It could be Punk, but I'm actually thinking that it's gonna be Daniels, Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. I know that he's got this thing going on with the whole Chris Jericho story going on, but I think they're gonna let that play out kind of quick before they start this tournament. So I do see SCU coming back into it. Death Triangle, of course, because I think that Penta and Ray definitely need more hardware. I see. Oh, you said that you got two Dark Order teams, right?
Yep.
The arrogance of the super elite. They're going to have the super click.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have Kenny.
Kenny and the Good Brothers.
Kenny and the Good Brothers. Yeah. But then that's going to be like part of it's going to be the super click, and those will be like the super elite. And then you got the elite, and it's going to be Kenny and the Young Bucks, just because they want to make sure that they win a championship. Like, they're going to be that arrogance that they deserve it. And I think that they all going to get kicked out first round. I just think that is just one of those comical things that.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay, if that happens, I'm fine. But if that didn't happen, I would be a little bit like, yo, that's kind of WW NWO type of shit right there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I feel like people would eat them like alive online if they did that.
But see,
had them go on.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I'm seeing, because they kind of beefing with Tony Khan. Like, I think those little stories that they just never really address. You seen Tony Khan, he's too much. No, stop that, it's too much. And then for the next couple of weeks, he ain't really been around other than bringing out Lil Uzi Vert on Friday. Yeah, but I think that there's an underlying story that's going on with that. But I do see them all losing. Like, I think that'd be perfect. Oh yeah, this is kind of WCW NWO-ish, but they're putting everybody over, so I could see it working. Right. But I see shoot, I'm missing names. I don't have my list in front of me. But I think that the big names would definitely be Best Friends, Death Triangle, Super Click. I think everybody but Super Click is going to get kicked out. I think they'll make it to the finals but lose. Super Click, damn, there's one more group. I'm gonna put the list when we finish. I'm gonna make sure that I write down the list, and then I'm gonna put it on Twitter. So we'll get to that later.
I'll send you my list as well.
Yeah, okay. Chris, who do you see?
Just like in the tournament in general, or
in the tournament in general.
Yeah, in the tournament in general. We don't want to speculate like who would win, just because there's so many choices.
Yeah. All right, so I got the Gun Club.
Oh
yeah.
I got the Seidel brothers and Dante Martin.
Trying
to push that guy to the moon. I got I got the wingman in here just because somebody got to lose. And pretty much, let's see, the Factory, Nightmare Family.
Somebody from Impact as well, but I just couldn't think of anybody. Like just a wild card, like Impact wild card trio. There we go.
I got to get more familiar with Impact. I can't think of anybody, but I got to get more familiar with them.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I pretty much named all the teams I got listed here. Yeah. Death Triangle. Yep. Yeah. I think the two Dark Order like teams.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting.
I feel like if they would do that, they would have them wrestle each other.
Yeah.
Like they want to face each other in the first round.
There can only be one.
Yeah, like they would face each other like in the second or third round.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just good tournament building right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's my boy Oni Lorcan?
What about him?
Oh, he on NXT right now. I just happened to look down. He's coming in the ring.
I need my guy Danny Burch to get better. He is going on, I think, another surgery.
Oh man, did he just come back?
I don't know. He posted on his social media that he's going in for a third. I was like, hopefully that's not him saying that he's going in for another procedure.
Oh man.
Yeah. Prayers to him just in case.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Ah.
All right. So
we're back.
Okay.
All right. So for today's indie shout out, we're going to my guy Remy. He is a wrestler out here in Florida. He's been wrestling for 3 years now. He considers himself a laid back, agile, the coolest dude in the room type of counter based wrestler. He says that he's always oozing. And he said that it's just a basic description of strongly. So he's oozing charisma, he's oozing perfection, he's oozing being an agile innovator of high flyingness. His favorite wrestler is RVD. You can currently find him wrestling at promotions like Riot Pro, Real Pro, Division Pro. He is the current Riot Pro Young Lions champion, and his moves of choice are the Meteora, the flow through Russian leg sweep, which we will be showing a video or a highlight of some of his on our Twitter page. The hand rebound, handspring lariat, and the rolling DDT. And again, I want to give a shout out to Remy. He is one of the coolest dudes here in Florida. Definitely give him a shout out.
Yeah.
We will post his link for his social medias in our social media
Twitter page, with
Twitter
and Facebook. Yep.
And yeah, if any of you guys know any wrestlers who would want to be shouted out, just have them get a hold of us. And if you know any wrestling promotions who are running shows, let us know, and we will try to shout out and promote all the indies workers as we can. Because here at the Three Not So Wise Men Talk Wrestling, we support indie wrestling. Because without indie wrestling,
yes, sir,
no major pro wrestling. So support indie wrestling.
Okay.
He said, I'm your boy CT. You can find me at King_X_Negus on Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up. Just talk to me about wrestling, about anime, about whatever you want. Just stay respectful. If you would like to donate to the I'm Broke Foundation, you can find me on Cash App under $CTBERNARD. And yeah, that is me, you guys.
All right, yep. It's your boy Chris. Catch me at Twitter at chaos_prince245. Can donate to I'm Also Broke Fund at $Mr. Chaos 92. And talk video games, anime like CT, you know what I'm saying? Fighting games. I love fighting games. Just hit me up. They know.
All right. And finally, you can reach me at Late Bloomer Audi. That's L, the number 8, Bloomer Audi. You can find that on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I do have my YouTube channel. I got to get back into recording that. You can find me on all social medias there. Talk to me about wrestling. Talk to me about music. Talk to me about whatever. Just, I'm hopping on stuff whenever I can. If you're in the wrestling world, eventually I'll start coming around to you. Right now I'm also running the Three Not So Wise Men wrestling Twitter and Instagram. I got to do more posting on Instagram. But yeah, I'm on Twitter. I will be live streaming Dynamite on Wednesday. So when y'all see that, it's going to be me. And as it continues, we'll probably have Chris and CT do SmackDown, NXT, or if there's a Ring of Honor in some independent circuit, definitely have CT on there because he will be able to provide more insight. But other than that, and if you want to provide I'm trying to feed my family fund, you can hit me at $LB Audi on the Cash App. Everything is greatly appreciated.
For sure.
And with that, this
is who's better than Canyon?
No, R.I.P. Nobody
than Canyon.
Yes. Man, that was an episode that I did not need, but I really wanted, and it was kind of hard because Canyon was awesome to me. Even with the list, it just made him like awesome. But for him to have that insecurity was crazy.
It took me a long time to realize that he was Mordecai, and Mordecai was one of my favorite characters just because I was a Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah. But RIP to him. Bless his family. Bless everybody that loved him and wrestled with him. I'm so glad that he was able to touch generations like Young Bucks and Brian Cage. He was able to actually, teach and inspire. So I'm glad that his imprint is still left in the industry. So he would never be forgotten. But we are signing off. This is the Late Bloomers present the Three Not So Wise Men Talking Wrestling, episode 4. Yeah, I got to figure out a name to this. Hopefully, it's not the Hill episode again because there was a lot of work, people. But
no part twos. No part twos.
No part twos. Yeah. We want to let you know that we love you. Especially if you haven't heard it today. I want to let y'all know that we love you. We pray for all the success in the world for you and the people that you love. And as the days go on, as we're getting closer to the holidays, please be able to come and talk to us. Please, because we're here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. If nobody else is here, we're here. And
be a hard time for people. So definitely, like, if you need to talk to somebody, don't be afraid to reach out. It just takes that one person to reach out.
Yep. And you can always hit us on Twitter, and I will respond. Like I know I'm during the day, they're on the night shift, so I'm throughout the day. I will respond even if I got to step away from work. But so if but that's because so
I can respond. Period.
Yeah. But yeah, we are heading out. We want to let you know that we love you, and we hope that you continue to do what it is that you love, and that is watch wrestling. All right.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Deuces.
Later.
I'm gonna go eat now.